In your pairs, what we'd like you to do is get into the woods and find some thin sticks to make a rectangular frame. Specifically what we're doing is we've got a little framing project where people are going to build a frame out of pieces of wood, and they're going to go around and frame different places and get a different feel for what stories could be told in those places. And then we're going to show one of the films that we developed with one of Julie's schools from that very exercise, and talk about how that worked and the pros and cons of it, and the way that might become sustainable for schools to carry on doing that.
Sam's been working with schools in our area, and I'm a newish teacher, and he's been coming and running workshops with us. And I've also been working with him, helping him with his PhD project, and thinking a lot about place-based education, and that's what Sam's expertise is in. And now what we're doing here is showing how that's developed my development and taking that into schools and how we've progressed with that.
I think there's a lot of perceived barriers around weather and toilets and all that kind of stuff, and whether people will actually learn outside. But I think a lot of the time, once you actually get out there and overcome those, they become much less important than they seem to be at the start.
What I really liked was we started off with a hands-on activity, so it got everyone involved, and we were using square lashings to make frames with, so they used that as a nice introduction to how they might work with children outside. It's good for my role because I work mainly as a facilitating role, that I'm working with people who are actually practicing that kind of activity with children, so it kind of reinforces what I know already, but also seeing the scope of what can be done with a particular activity. It's lovely to get fresh ideas and see people applying it in different settings. Today's been brilliant. It's that nice mixture of feeling quite laid back, but with a lot of discussion that sort of feels like it's moving everyone forward. There's a lot of shared common ground.
And my thoughts on the day, I think it's been great. I've met lots of people that I've known about and I haven't met yet, so that's been superb. I've got advice, I've got new ideas, I've made new contacts, and I'm going back full of ideas.
I agree.